money-saving ideas, like secondhand shopping, or like instead of buying, a bunch of plastic bags, just one glass Tupperware or something like that. So will be good for my wallet as well. It's raining in New York City. It's raining, but I also think it might be like sleeting. I see maybe some ice or snow on the ground. So if you hear any of that, I hope it's relaxing. Let's dive into the video. Okay, so this is from BuzzFeed, and it's called 16 Ways to Be More Eco-Friendly That Are Actually Realistic. And this is funny because it's actually a Reddit post, but I think it's just like the best tips from this Reddit post. The article starts out by saying, while the choices we make every day can help make a positive impact on the planet, it's not always easy to rearrange your lifestyle just to take on a new eco-friendly habit. So when this user is called JDB3326, asked, how can I become more eco-friendly without going over the top? Which I'm not really sure what he means by that. They were showered with answers from people who shared suggestions about realistic ways of being eco-friendly. So. Without further ado, here are the best and most practical ways to be a little more eco-conscious every day. So the way this article is broken out is that it's like there's 16 facts, and then there's quotes from people from Reddit about, why you should do these things. Anyway, number one. Buying secondhand if I can. Clothing manufacturing is a big polluter and water usage heavy. So if I can buy from a charity shop or eBay, then I've reduced demand. Looking into buying secondhand and enjoying the Armani blazer and Kate Spade handbags, but secondhand and much more affordable. I mean, that's true. Tip number two. Carry a reusable water bottle in your car. Carry a reusable water bottle and tumbler in your car. Mine live in my cup holder. Both have straws, either built-in or metal one, to make it easier for me to consume while driving. Most convenience stores let me fill up my bottle with fountain ice water for free, and most will give me a discount on coffee in a reusable cup. I love reusable cups. I mean, it's like working from home. We never drink from plastic bottles. We're always just filling up a cup of water from our Brita filter. And then at work too, I just bring a reusable bottle and fill it up with water there. It is very easy and it's nice. Sometimes, you need like just a Coke bottle or something like that to like put something in case you're on the go and you need to throw out the bottle. But that is an easy way to be more eco-friendly for sure. I'm just looking out the window and now it's definitely starting to like snow, sleet, ways to replace it with something reusable, or better yet, find a way to just eliminate it altogether. Even if it's recycled or composted, eliminating or reuse is better. Although switching from landfill waste to other streams is a step in the right direction. I wish this person would provide an example of this, because that's hard for me. Buying stuff is like ingrained soda or juice, just have some water. You can carry your own cup, bring water from home, and fill it at the tap. At work, keep a cup you can refill from a tap. If you're outside, just choose not to buy a drink. Find a water fountain. Or if you go to Starbucks, they'll give you water for free. Ask for a glass. Ask for a glass, not a paper cup. I didn't know if they had glasses at Starbucks. That's cool. Number six. Number six is cut down on how much meat you eat. Choosing not to eat meat when I can. For example, in a restaurant, choosing from a menu. So it's not exactly vegetarianism, but doing my bit to reduce the demand. Could you cut down on how much / how frequently you eat meat? If you're doing chili, maybe you could do a half ground beef and half textured vegetable protein. Maybe you could do 2 vegan dinners per week. Don't look at it as denying yourself of your pleasures. Look at it as making compromises between your wants and the environment's needs. Shopping at local butchers can also help. Yeah, that's a good tip. That is a good tip. That's a good tip, but that's actually really hard for me. I don't know, I always just find myself being like, the way I make dinner, it's like a protein, a carb, a vegetable, right? Maybe multiple vegetables, but like that's how I build the meal. So I feel like I don't want to build it with meat substitutes, something like meat. I'd rather just have a portobello mushroom, I guess. But I guess a portobello mushroom would be a good way to live into this, so I gotta go buy one. Number seven. Not surrounding myself with future garbage has had a great impact on my happiness. I found that not surrounding myself with future garbage has a great impact on my happiness, and nobody notices except at the grocery store. If anything, people assume I'm wealthy or have refined taste. Because I use / insist on quality materials over junk. A real espresso served in a little ceramic espresso cup is classier and less wasteful than 20-ounce frappuccino in a plastic cup lid straw any day. It's actually a pretty good lifestyle. I don't know what they mean by nobody notices except at the grocery store. Yeah, I feel like I have a problem buying junk. I mean, I actually haven't bought anything in a while. I was just thinking about that, how I want to go shopping for clothes. Now that is so hard, because you want to look good and, trendy and nice, but that's not sustainable. Number eight just says chickens. Chickens, get some chickens, feed 'em scraps, compost the waste in a garden. No matter where you go in the third world, you will see chickens. I would love a chicken here in my New York City apartment. Unfortunately, that's not possible. Number nine. Mend things. My recommendation would be to buy secondhand where possible and mend things so that you can use them for longer before throwing them out. It looks like you already have that secondhand and mended stuff. That secondhand and mended stuff is as good as a new mindset. I guess they're just talking buy something trendy, but I know that things that are trendy are just going to go in a landfill one day, even though I do not throw out a lot of my clothes. I will, like, save clothes, and unless they don't fit, and I don't feel like they'll ever fit, I have, like, crop tops from high school that I'm waiting to come back into style. Like, I feel like now I actually have stuff that have gone out and back into style, and I'm like, I'm glad I kept that. And I mean, yeah, like, some of my parents have given me, like, their big sweatshirts, like, from the 90s, and, like, big gable knit sweaters. But yeah, sewing is also really easy, too. It would be easier if I had a sewing machine, but sewing by hand is actually very, 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 very easy. I guess the next step in evolution to that would be even, like, making your own clothes. But I feel like unless I'm making my own clothes really well, like using high quality fabrics, I'm not really sure how much longevity they have. Can you guys hear the heat that's kicking on? Can you hear it? It's very loud. Anyway. Number 10. Consider getting some reusable silverware to carry with you. I don't think I can do this. Because, I don't know. I feel like I should, but I don't think I can. I also don't feel like I'm in a situation. I guess I am, like, at work, and I'll buy a salad. Then I should use a reusable silverware. Anyway, it says, when you're out, consider the packaging and purchasing decisions, and consider getting some reusable silverware and straws to carry with you. We found some bamboo sets that are dishwasher safe and love them. Just through this, I've been amazed what we've been able to replace or eliminate in our home. I guess for me, like, I get takeout a good amount. I live in New York City. And even if I write, like, no utensils or napkins, I have so many, like, plastic utensils and, like, chopsticks in my cabinet. So I feel like maybe instead of using new ones at work, I just bring one with me so that I reduce the amount of new plastic utensils that I need, especially because I already have them. That's a good idea. I would just need to organize my plastic utensils, which I can do. Number 11. Ask what they're doing to make their packaging more sustainable. I guess I would say that if you still want to eat a burger from a major fast food restaurant, you can write to them and ask them what they're doing to make their packaging more sustainable and stuff. You could recommend that they give a discount to people who bring their own reusable packaging and utensils, for example. That's really nice. I was having a discussion with my coworkers, which I guess is the reason for this, why I wanted to do this topic. I have some coworkers that are really ethically conscious, and they're the kind of people who won't shop at H&M, won't eat Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, I don't know, it's so hard for me to feel like I need to know the manufacturing practices, the sustainability practices of every place I buy something from. I don't know. Is that my job as the consumer? I was like, it's not my job as a consumer to get stressed myself, that actually doesn't make a difference. And I work in advertising, and these people work in advertising. If they really want to do something, they should commit their livelihoods to combat people from buying from them, not, to spend millions of companies' advertising budgets to advertise more. I don't know. It was kind of on my mind. It was on my mind. I mean, I think we all should be a little bit more eco-minded, and I liked that in an earlier one, the way they put it. The one that said, don't look at it as denying yourself your pleasures. Look at it as making compromises between your wants and the environment's needs. I think that's a good way of looking at it. Anyway, another tangent. I can't stop going off on tangents. Number 12. Dyeing jeans that have faded rather than buying a new pair. I don't follow a set list, but for me, it's a mentality. I try to consume less, reduce the demand on resources. That doesn't mean I go without. I just do things differently. Examples include dyeing jeans that have faded rather than buying a new pair. Number 13. Buy top-of-the-line, energy-efficient appliances. One thing that you can do to save yourself money while lowering your footprint is to buy top-of-the-line, energy-efficient appliances that are Energy Star rated. Find a sale like Black Friday and combine it with local rebates for maximum discounts too. Enjoy the utility savings. Number 14. Meatless Mondays. Meatless Mondays has actually put quite a dent in the U.S. beef economy. If you're looking for a small change, this is a great one to go after. Wow, that's good. See, that's an example of consumer changes impacting an industry where I just don't feel like, in my personal choices, I don't know, I'm not eating a fast food burger that often, but if I did, I don't think it would, balloon the meat industry. But I don't think by me not eating it, it would save, the meat industry. Anyway. Number 15. I save empty containers. Reusing stuff or repurposing stuff. I save empty containers. So for example, I used up a moisturizer jar that is actually quite useful, so it gets cleaned out and used for another purpose. I reused some cute olive oil bottles as little flower holders. They look like olive oil bottles, but they look like, little single flower vases as well, so I like them. Number 16. Ask yourself questions, and I think this is the last one. The answer to disposable plastic straws is not necessarily a reusable straw, but why even use a straw in the first place? You have the ability to ask yourself that question about other things. It says if you have the ability to ask yourself that question about other things, you'll be fine. Okay. Now, down to the comments. The article says, do you have any personal tips on how to be more eco-friendly that you've discovered? Share them in the comments. Let's go. Let's see if there's anything good here. Someone said that these are good tips, but we need to remember not to place most of the blame on individual consumers. Oh my gosh, it's like this person listened to my tangent. Most pollution and the biggest carbon footprint come from the large corporations who just don't care about the environment. They are the biggest problem. Yeah, I agree. I have a hard time reckoning with this, but there are comments to this comment. Let's see. Oh, people are agreeing. I want to hear the counter that our actions do make a difference in corporations because corporations are profit-minded. But I'm not seeing anything. People are like, exactly, they'd rather we squabble about people going vegan or not using plastic straws to distract from the fact they constantly miss climate targets and pollute the sea. I'm not saying don't do any of these things, but obviously they're all great, but calling out governments and corporations is so important too. I agree. Okay, here's something interesting. Ooh, this is long. But this is important. This commenter says, I study and work in sustainability and behavior change. You're absolutely right, but that doesn't mean we as individuals can't make a difference, and especially the ways we can influence corporations with conscious consumerism. One of my personal behavior change programs I am designing right now is directed at palm oil consumption and getting people to only buy sustainable palm oil, specifically food products. If you've ever heard of palm oil, basically it's responsible for a huge percentage of deforestation, and it's in almost everything you own: food, shampoo, soap, makeup, etc. But if you're wondering how to make a difference, WWF has a palm oil buyer scorecard that will tell you the best, most sustainable companies and even grocery store chains to purchase from. Sorry, I'm just skimming this. She's saying she's teaching people. You know what I feel like would be helpful? If in stores, products were forced to have some kind of, like, eco-footprint score. I think that would genuinely help people. It's like adding calories to food labels. When, I don't know the history of that or how that came about, but I'm sure obviously there was times before they had calories on food labels, you know, and then as soon as they put them on nutrition packs and stuff like that, people looked at them and made decisions based off of it, being like, oh, I could buy these crackers or these crackers. They look the same and they're equally as tasty to me, but one is less calories. I'll buy those. I feel like if there was some kind of eco score, that was like, you can either buy this peanut butter or this almond butter, but one is, you know, has this score and the other has this other score, I would choose the one with the least eco footprint. But like, if that's not known to me in a buying environment like a grocery store where I'm comparing products, I'm not going to be like researching things and then like taking notes and then going to the grocery store and remembering. So I think that would actually be very interesting. And then consumers, I feel like the study would be would consumers make a more eco-conscious decisions if they had point blank, you know, the carbon footprint of every product they're buying. Because they could also be like, you know, do I buy this small candy bar or do I buy this, I don't know, pound of rice? They have the same eco